Okay, if it's live, tell me you're live. Because it should be live now. My goodness, there are so many things. How we doing? I know it's not tabletop games, it's video games, but there's still quite a lot of people who play video games, especially the Warhammer video games, even if they're not going to play the tabletop game, or they play the tabletop game only when they've got people around them that could play the tabletop game with them, otherwise they'll play the digital games. Video games. Great. Good stuff. All right. Oh my goodness, I play video games. Good. A lot of people play video games. Do I ever play tabletop role-playing games? Things like, for example, Dark Heresy, which is gonna get its own video game version. I've played quite a lot of Dark Heresy. It's really fun. Really fun. Vampire the Masquerade, I did like 2 sessions, and it was okay. Yeah, Rogue Trader's good. If you like Rogue Trader, Dark Heresy will probably be that. It's basically that. If the tabletop games, like the tabletop role-playing games, are anything to go by for the video game role-playing games, yeah, it'll be pretty much the same. Need a Sisters game that doesn't have a VR headset? Well, we're gonna get Boltgun 2, which has Battle Sisters in it, in a way. I mean, it's a different way of doing things. I've noticed that with so many of these video games that are tied to Games Workshop in some way, or tied to Warhammer, they're never original. There's never something interesting where they've taken any kind of risk. Warhammer Survivors is Vampire Survivors. From, 2 years ago, that was incredibly popular as an indie game. Now they're just doing their own version, ripping off the mechanics of that, with barely any changes. I mean, Vampire Survivors doesn't really even have vampires in it. You're neither a vampire that's surviving, nor surviving vampires. I mean, there's some vampires. But it's weird to be, like, neglected in such a way for our own game. Do any of these video games take place in a French village? Well, perhaps. Dawn of War 4 might have a French village setting. Mechanicus is just XCOM, yep. Boltgun is, Doom? It's exactly like Doom. It's meant to be like Doom. Sure, call it a boomer shooter, but yeah, I suppose it was popular in the 90s. So the only people that really played it weren't like 10 years old. Really. Any chance of being a non-human character in the Dark Heresy something RP computer roleplay game? Maybe. I think looking at the art, there was some non-human-y characters. They'll probably stick with the basic inquisitorial people as well. I mean, some of the games have not done well. Mordheim was addictive, but not that great. And you had to use a DLC to get the vampires and the witch hunters, the 2 best factions. Skaven are pretty cool though. I have nothing against Skaven. I play Skaven in Warhammer Fantasy, and therefore also in Old World, and therefore also in Age of Sigmar. Not very good in Age of Sigmar though. Can never get them to work properly. Yeah, Mordheim was fun, but it did take quite a while. And you tended to do the same game over and over again. And once you realized that the enemy had exactly the same, status as you would strip off anything that's like, oh, I have an extra 5% chance of ignoring magical attacks. You're not going to use that. Drop it, and suddenly the enemy's trying desperately to have all of these not great people. Now then, is that something happening here? That's starting soon. I'm guessing you can't hear any audio from that, which is fine. I will just keep an eye on that, or an ear on that. A dating sim for Celestine. That's the point. They haven't done any dating sims. Battle Sector's the mobile game, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I play Eschen, so that's totally different for Skaven. They haven't been good for a while. Maybe the new models make them good, but they didn't really get their own sub-faction. It was only, yeah, we've got Skryra, and we've got Mulder, and we've got the other one, Pestilence. Pestilence, a big role. Then Eschen was barely in it. Dating someone in Paradise World halfway through the Tyranids invade? Well, that's where you could have, like, I don't know, bad endings. The person you loved got eaten by Tyranids. There's going to be more stuff for Rogue Trader, apparently. They're not just scrapping Rogue Trader and then announcing Dark Heresy. For Space Marine 2, we don't know what they're going to do. There's meant to be a roadmap announced, and that's where we'll find out what they're doing. Was this patch 12 or patch 13? I have not played it for several months. I think January was the last time I played any Space Marine 2. They might do more voice packs. They did not go down too well, just having voice packs. If they've already recorded the voice pack, they should just release the voice pack, but not charge people for, like, sound like a Raven Guard or a Space Wolf. Did Genestealer Cult ever go to Paradise Worlds? Yeah, Genestealer dating. I mean, they could do some funny ones, like, oh wow, this person's a 4th generation neophyte, like they're bald and the character doesn't get it, but it's like, if you know, you know. Dating sim to capture Slaanesh. Maybe that's what they did in Age of Sigmar, to get Slaanesh and change. Here's a nice meal. Oh, you're going to sleep now. Wrap them up, tie them up, get the rope. Which they also liked, but didn't like. That's how it is in Age of Sigmar. That's definitely the law. Date a Primarch? Oh, they could do that, like dating the chicken man. The KFC guy. Something silly like that. Yeah, they did go back and make the voice pack for Space Marine 2 free. So, more free voice packs. Yeah. They're relatively good at fixing problems. They're just not good at predicting problems. It's the same with the rules. They released a new thing, and it's not good. It's clearly either doesn't work as intended, or it's super broken, and then they patch it weeks later. But it's that initial annoyance of, oh, well, this ruined an event because everyone was running 6 defilers at 100 points. Or whatever happened with the Twin Lance, which I played against and I could kill, but my goodness, they definitely got their points worth. Warhammer 3, Warhammer Total War 3 is still there. I don't know if we're going to get anything about 40k Total War. Or how that'll work, if it'll all be on one planet or multiple planets. Because I'm just thinking of the campaigns we got in, like, Dawn of War 1 were really nice, but you would jump between planets because that's where the factions were based. Ooh, there's a creepy moon and it has Dark Eldar on it. Ooh. Dedicated Knights game? Well, there already is Titanicus, which is a dedicated Titan game. I have played that on stream before. And I think I have a recording, so if you want to see me play Titanicus, that's a video on the channel. Every team except yours has 6 defilers. Yes. That's quite nice. Yeah. Yeah. Games Workshop's been doing a lot more just regular women in their kits. Like a generic female Imperial Guard people are turning up more and more. I haven't even looked at the new released information stuff about 11th edition today. Like the Eradicators with heavy bolters, which I assume just have like blast when they're shooting infantry. Otherwise it's heavy bolters. And also Drukhari. Ooh, that's coming. I haven't even looked to see who we're going to get tomorrow. It's not Genestealer Cult, is it? It's probably not Genestealer Cult. They'll probably do Eldar and leave Genestealer Cult till next week. I've gotten a little bit more tired of the slow drip feed of rules. Excuse me. The slow drip feeding of rules for 11th edition. Like, I get most of it. It's a balance patch, a really big balance patch. And it's going to be probably a good addition, but we'll know more when I can actually play it, rather than hypothetically playing it. Eradicators with heavy weapons, yep, they're going to be locked to a 3-man team, and you can't have a mix of melter rifles and heavy bolters. They'll be their own unit. They'll release the rules, what, second week or third week of June? According to the Games Workshop website, it's going to be Drukhari. That came out 50 minutes ago, the information on that. They're not doing Imperial Agents. Imperial Agents are not going to get a mention in the next week's focus. So there's no new detachments for Imperial Agents, and they're not going to give any new detachment to Deathwatch, and they're not giving any further clarity to Deathwatch. Whether they said, hey, when we mentioned like them being either Space Marines or Imperial Agents, yeah, we were saying currently, or are we saying no, they're reduced to a couple of units in Imperial Agents, and otherwise you can pretend that your Space Marine army is Agents. Is Deathwatch. So yeah, two ways of interpreting that, not very clear which one. Agents players are consistently in shambles, Astra, you know this. You'll just go play AdMech, that's what you'll do. Agents got a new Inquisitor Horseman, that should be enough for the entirety of 11th edition. Possibly. I haven't played with him yet, I have played with Intransia Frey now, and she's not bad. Not bad. A decent amount of shooting. In Army of Faith, which is my choice of detachment, also the one I think will be the best going into 11th edition. Extra point of armor penetration on her weapons. Heavy flamers were cooking traitor guardsmen. Like 9 guardsmen were killed, and then heavy bolters fired and wiped out the rest of the unit. She can pick up 50 points worth of stuff every time she fights, and then also you're picking something and you get lethal hits against it, which was wonderful for taking down a greater demon. Just needed to remember to throw grenades. Which stratagems do we use most as Battle Sisters? Sure, there'll be 1 or 2 in your detachment, but grenades! Keep using grenades. You heard a rumor that Exodites are coming. I don't know where you could have possibly heard that. That's quite insane. Oh, Thousand Sons are tomorrow. Great. So we're going to have Eldar and Genestealer Cult, and I can't remember which other neglected factions in the week later. Why is it always like that? Never mind. Never mind. Thinking in Intransia Frey with a lot of Castigators or double Exorcists? Lethals on Exorcist. Oh yeah, I did the lethal hits on the Exorcist, and being able to have like 2 of the missiles auto wound, very valuable. Oh yes, AdMech and Eldar are getting streamed, so that'll be Monday. They could do them together, that makes sense. Yeah, Votan are definitely a neglected faction. They came out in 9th edition and then nothing. Pretty much nothing. Poor little things. Doubling up on that day would indeed make sense. Which will leave... what, Genestealer Cult for the Tuesday? It probably won't be even that. No. They'll do like yeah, okay, if they're doing Eldar and AdMech then. AdMech are definitely a neglected faction, even though they're going to get some love in, what, Dawn of War 4? They're one of the 4 main factions of Dawn of War 4. Don't know how many other factions they're going to add to Dawn of War. Eldar might make an appearance because they've appeared so often in so many others. Maybe Sisters, maybe Imperial Guard, that's why you're getting the add-ons. Depends how good the game is at launch and how good it does compared to all of the other Dawn of Wars. This is going to be the first Dawn of War with, like, Primaris things. Are there going to be tactical squads? This is important to know. How soon have we got? How much time have we got? Have I got my music on? Have I got my music ready to mute? Okay, good. Music is there. Blood Angels get enough love in the lore and the game. Considering that they're the poster faction of this edition, I think Blood Angels are fine. They probably forgot to make Genestealer Cult rules for 11th edition. That's entirely possible, considering the last 3 balance patches, it was, we got nothing, we didn't get a mention. Oh yeah, more character models. Just like the Battle Sisters need more named characters. They have said in the Q&A that there will be some Genestealer cult detachments that focus on specific units. If there's going to be a rework of Final Day, if you look at what the Knights and the Chaos Knights got, their detachments are 1 detachment point, but they have a maximum of 500 points as allies. So if you're thinking, hey, I'm going to have 1,000 points of Tyranids in my Final Day army at 2,000 points, even at 2,000 points, you'll be capped at 500 points. That's what I'm expecting to see. There might be a Pure Strain Genestealer detachment, but I think they'll probably do Reductus Saboteur. Because like the Assassins, Reductus Saboteur, the Sanctus haven't gotten as much focus. I don't think there's anything special to do with like Sanctus. They would get better at killing things maybe, but a dedicated Reductus Saboteur detachment, someone who can use their planted explosive multiple times with an enhancement, that seems normal. No, I don't think they drop Brood Brothers to 500 points, because that is a detachment in the Codex. Anything that's in the Codex is going to carry over to next edition and basically be unchanged. If there are any changes to things like moving units to Legends, reworking army rules, reworking unit rules, that will only come when the new Codex comes out. So on initial release, there's going to be a lot of Space Marine detachments. Until we get the Codex, then you might expect that half of them disappear. Should I get into Imperial Agents or are they doomed? I'd love to say yes, you can get into them. But this is really the only time that, Imperial Agents have been an army in the past, but it's more as a collection of units that in theory you can play on the tabletop. And they've had rules for like the different orders. Ordos. Then in this edition, in the Index, you couldn't really play them because there was no army rule, there was no detachment. Then they got a Codex. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the Assassins detachment. We're not getting any more. No more there. And that might stop next edition. Or they may just continue with the Codex. It would be odd if they said, hey, that Codex becomes invalid and nothing in it works. You cannot use any of the rules in it. You get no detachments. And here's a reworked index of units. Which is probably what it should have been in the first place. Lots of units. But it's kind of fun to play. It's a mess. But once I found that with the Death Watch, I have enough to do an Imperial Agents army with Battle Sisters, with some Grey Knight Terminators, well, Death Watch Terminators, and we pretend that they're silver rather than black. Some of them are silver. There's silver shoulder pads. I have a decent Imperial Agents army. And the Navy stuff from like Kill Team. That's good. Ooh, you really want to do Death Watch? Someone told me not to and do regular Marines. Well, if we know come 11th edition we still have an index with the Black Spear Task Force and we can still use all of the Space Marine detachments, Death Watch will be pretty strong. Recently they did incredibly well at a tournament, like incredibly well considering. And they've been getting something like a 66% win rate or 60% win rate around there, depending on if there's if there's 3 or 5 games you play, they win 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. On average, that's a lot. I started Death Watch proper because I had Kill Team Cassius, since 7th edition. But I started getting into Death Watch proper at the start of 10th edition when I saw, hey, I could just get some of these Horus Heresy Marines that are going relatively cheap from the 2nd edition starter set. 10 of them, plus one of the Kill Team veteran boxes, and you get like 16 people's worth of shoulder pads and arms. Not the Death Watch shoulder pads, the silver ones, but you could just paint the shoulder pad silver or get an upgrade kit. Death Watch have been around and supported as an army since 2017. It would be upsetting if after 9 years they completely dropped them, or pretty much dropped them. And if they do, then we have the same fight that we won last time, which was, hey, why are you showing off like all of the Space Marine stuff with Death Watch? Oh look, we're in Space Marine 2. Oh look, we're in everywhere else. There's a new vignette, there's a new animation that's all Death Watch. And then it's like, oh yeah, I want to put them on the table. Yeah, no, you can't really do that, no. your army rule doesn't work. It would be like if they took Harlequins and said, okay, you don't get any of the army rule to use all of the speedy points, no strands of fate, you can't use any stratagems on them, you can't use any detachment rules on them, this is just an incredibly expensive Eldar unit that's still toughness 3. That's what the Deathwatch would become in Space Marines, and you'd only be able to take 2 Deathwatch kill teams, which is awful. When Astartes 2 comes out, it'll repopularize Deathwatch? Ooh, could do. We'll see. That could be some time away. It depends how Syama Pedersen is working with Games Workshop and how that is going. Under the creative influence of a direct Games Workshop thing. They have been pretty mean about it. I have been looking at a lot of conversions to do. I was thinking of getting a cog fort. I mean, they're on pre-order. You can get it cheaper if you use the affiliate links that are in the description of this video, this live stream. If you check the description, that's where you can get affiliate links to get things cheaper. That's also where there's, links for discount codes on paintbrushes. Anything Conflict 47. I'm thinking of doing more Conflict 47 videos soon. And that's where you can also give me tip money, which will pop up immediately on the stream if you give it through Ko-fi right now. That's why we have the blue bar in the bottom right. What was I saying? Cog fort? Yeah, it's a bit expensive. So I was thinking of maybe getting a cog fort, pretend it's a drop cathedral, have it as an Imperial Knight for the Battle Sisters. Then I saw it's more than £100. And my goodness, no. And they're saying that for the moment, any faction can have a cog fort. Yeah, I don't think that's going to last, though. That's not going to last. You'll get a cog fort for your Chaos Warriors, and then come the next edition of like, you can't take a cog fort. What are you talking about? That's not allowed. Do you want to start a Cities of Sigmar army? They're weirdly expensive as well. Like £40 for 10 basic infantry. It's not good. It's not good. Is Intransia worth her points considering the changes to Battleshock? I think if she stays the same points into 11th edition, which she probably will, then she's definitely worth it. It's only 6-inch Battleshock, but having the point at something and you get lethal hits against it is rather useful. If you can see the enemy, but there's a lot of ways around the hidden rule in 11th edition. So that hidden is probably only going to come up right at the first turn, to stop you shooting the enemy off the table the first turn. After that, it's just a way of reducing the range of your guns. And combat armies will be pretty much unaffected. Thank you for the 10 monies. Cogfort looks so cool, but I cannot justify it since I don't play Age of Sigmar. Understandable. Yeah, that's understandable. The many changes to Age of Sigmar as the editions have gone on has slowly filtered me out of playing Age of Sigmar. Especially when Old World came back. I'll just play Old World. And that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Just playing a lot more Old World. But yeah, I really liked 2nd edition when the rules were 4 pages long. I could get into that. That was so easy. And it was a lot more fun than 8th edition of Warhammer Fantasy. Which some old people will be... old beards. Say long beards rather than old people. Old people hate this one thing. But it was fine. It was fine. Yeah, 2nd edition was good. Yeah, they eventually filtered out Beastmen in a lot of the previous factions that were around, which is unfortunate. Spearhead's good. Spearhead's fun. Age of Sigmar lore is way better than Old World. Either way. Why is hidden a rule when they don't realistically stick with it? It's definitely more so you can not be shot in the first turn. If you've played any of the Maelstrom missions from the Maelstrom campaign book that came out, that's where it's effective. Hello, 10 Manius Calgar on Cogfort minis. Yeah, you could... Yeah. Gauntlets of Ultramar just become cannons. His big face on the side. It's entirely blue. It's a big Terminator armor. Manius Calgar Cogfort. I'm not even thinking Manius Calgar on Cogfort. Just make the Cogfort into Manius Calgar. Are we getting a new video about your own homebrew lore? It's on the list. It may end up being a start of 11th edition thing. It depends what we can do with, like, Celestians with guns. I've done one before on my own homebrew lore, which is a lot of drop pods, drop churches, drop cathedrals. Don't think it came to much, but it's interesting. Alright. Make a cog fort from your bits box. If you have any of the towers, you could do that. Put some legs on it. Yeah, on a Jejune crawler. Put the legs from that on it. Oh, you don't like the double turns? Oh, it's all about the double turns. I know you like that video. It just didn't do well. It's one of those time investment compared to how much I get out of it, which is unfortunate. I just need to talk about 11th edition more, and it seems to work. Tony Stark made a cog fort in a cave. Can we get a Von Carmian Discord thread where we can post our lists? That already exists in my Discord. I have a Discord that is also linked in the description. And there is a army lists and advice channel. So you can post your list there and chat about it. When will we get a drop cathedral? Maybe it'll come in the 11th edition, but that will be only when the Adeptus Sororitas Codex comes out. And even then, is it going to be £120? We still haven't got a proper price for what the 11th edition launch box is going to be. We know it's more than the Leviathan, which was, what, £150? And it's going to be less than the Saturnine box, which was £200 and did not sell too well. I saw that discounted very quickly as all the independent stores were like, I got 4 of these and 2 of them have sold. Like 40% off. Just get it off the shelves because it's a big thing. So it might end up being like £195 or £199 to get the Armageddon launch box. Or we'll see what they've got in terms of like combat patrol sets if you want some of the models. It's never going to be as good as the 2nd edition starter set. 40 Gretchen, 20 Orc Boys. I think that was the proportions. And then 20 Space Marines. Weren't the prices confirmed? I don't think the prices have been confirmed for that because it's not coming out for another month as a box. Nice. Ooh. Thank you, Dustin the Mad Painter. That's very good of you. Well, I know there's a lot of enthusiasm for 11th edition. It's definitely something you can get into, and now is the time to sort out your armies in preparation. Or if you think it's going to be awful, now is the time to sort out your Conflict 47 army in preparation. Why is most Gene Stealer stuff online? I think it's more they have to get the shelf space for the more mainstream factions, and not as many people play Gene Stealer Cult. Drukhari had the same thing. For Dark Eldar, there was like a year or 2 years of this edition where pretty much everything is online only, and that's it. Will I try Inquisitor Croyle in Transia Fray with 60 Battle Sisters? I don't know. No, I think I probably want Exorcist support. Right, so we've got to have the 11th edition trailer again.
Its soil is worthless, salted by the blood and sweat of generations.
Still got 3 minutes to go.
War is all that remains.
Thank you, everyone that's given tip money. That's very generous.
And echoes in the sky, a promise.
I like the captain with the sword and shield. It's good. That's a nice model. I much prefer it to the 9th edition one. There's a Dakar rig, which is fine in terms of shooting. There goes the land speeder.
Sanguinius' sons.
Have a land speeder, I can just get it out. I wonder if they'll continue the Legends rules for all the different kinds of land speeder.
We
That'd be interesting.
belong here.
They'll probably keep the Scout one in Legends, but we'll have to see what they do. There's a lot of, potential concerns about what's going to happen for 11th edition. Are we going to lose units? Are we going to lose rules? If they're putting the Legends rules on the app, that's good. However, they're only doing that for each faction as the faction gets their codex. Yes, we absolutely believe in rumors all of the time. Has everyone watched my recent video on the rumors and why we definitely trust them?
This world must hold.
Inquisitor and Terminator back from Legends. Oh, if it's in Crusade, you just continue using the rules. It's a good Inquisitor. Pretty good Inquisitor. It's pretty much the same as any other kind of Inquisitor. But in Terminator armor. I like the Martial Agent. That's what I'm using as my Inquisitor, with the Crucible of Champions. Having a once per game, like, Super Strike, fun. Go to Strength 8, have, 7 attacks? I like it. Okay, yep. Armageddon set. Ninth edition trailer was the best one. Had Battle Sisters in it. Oh look, it's clips from that trailer that we just saw. Oh look, it's that box that we just saw. I think they're going to be releasing some Space Marines and Orcs soon. Shame nothing ever came of like having sisters in the starter set. Unfortunate, but never mind. Okay. Is this a Space Marine 2 thing, or is it a Dawn of War thing? No, that's probably Tacticus, isn't it? Yeah, that's looks like Tacticus. So this is the mobile game. Unless that was just a Warhammer clip, just to be like, hey, we have...
Hello, Warhammer fans! I'm Alana Pierce, the voice of Naira Bayrath in the upcoming Warhammer 40,000.
Is this the trailer we've already seen?
I'm excited to be your host for the 2026 Warhammer Skulls Showcase.
Is it loud enough?
We're talking about a whole bunch
I've got
of
it on max
things today that
volume.
I'm personally very excited about, but also because this is a birthday celebration. Warhammer Skulls is back for it. What originally started as a platform sale has grown into the #1 place to see world premiere and exclusive reveals for Warhammer video games.
Good.
And of course, starting right now, you can enjoy a week-long promotion across a wide range of Warhammer video games on the platform of your choice. So, sit back, get comfortable, and get ready to immerse yourself in the latest and greatest from Warhammer video games, starting with the amazing team at Owlcat. Let's jump in.
Okay, Owlcat, so that's going to be Dark Heresy? Or it's more stuff for Rogue Trader? Screaming, torture,
God
yeah.
Emperor, I beseech thee, lead us to the final reckoning, and exact our worth through thy trials. God Emperor, I beseech thee, inflame our souls to burn away the taint of doubt. We offer up all that we are.
That's an
all
eye
that
symbol.
we do,
Subtle.
and all that we endure. Challenge thy faithful to go beyond our limits in pursuit of thy will.
You can be an Ogryn. Again, everyone loves an
Tell us
Ogryn.
to
Or have
the
an Ogryn in your
inferno
team.
that cleanses and shapes us. And
Fighting
armor
Kroot.
our thought against all that is foul and vile to humanity.
Okay, they're really showing off the Ogryn.
Let us not rest in false pretense of righteousness.
The flamer.
For duty ends only in death. We will smite humanity's foes in exaltation of thee.
Is that a Kroot on our side?
Ever-elusive redemption. For innocence
Yeah, there's a Psyker.
proves nothing.
Yeah, so you got a Kroot on your side. And that looks like an Eldar on our side. Ooh. Even better than Rogue Trader. Good. Could be his enemies. Yeah, it could just be, hey, Get to kill Eldar, get to kill Kroot. Oh, is that an Inquisition symbol for, you know, Imperial agents that are not getting more detachments? That's a model we've already seen. Isn't that just a variation of one of the ones from Kill Team? Fast Riders? Kroot Fast Riders? Something like that?
What makes an artifact worthy of my collection? It must be
Hello, Trazen.
A weapon that has seen the
Eldar Ogre
rise
and
and
Kroot
fall
companion.
of civilizations. A
We'll have none of
warrior
that.
who has rallied a world. A soul that has endured hardship beyond imagining. Each exhibit a nexus moment of history. You think yourself significant. Arrogance.
What have we got from Trazen's voice?
Misplaced arrogance has ever been a trait of your pitiful species. Still, there may be a place for a being of such lowly origins, if it proves exceptional.
Oh, right, okay. So that's your expansion. Rogue Trader, the Infinite Museum. And you'll have to, like, get in or get out or nick something. Alright, we're gonna have another helmet, or is it special one-off models? I don't think they'll make agents use the army build. Because there'll be something where, like, oh yeah, if the Imperial agents actually have the Space Marine Oath of Moment, then they're amazingly good. There's an Intercessor, not a tactical Marine, with a tiny butter knife. Oh yeah, it's very expensive. I mean, these are like statues. And it's not out yet, it's coming soon. So that was an interesting video game from Where to Workshop. I have not played the Speed Freaks game. I just want to be a Grok tank. Oh, can you have a Snotling Pump Wagon? Do they still have the Snotling Pump Wagon there? That's a fun one. Yeah, this is their Mario Kart version, or something similar.
Listen up, you gits. Speed Freaks.
Like I said, there's no original ideas. It's
PlayStation
just
5
whatever's
and
popular,
Xbox Series
and then make a
X
40k version of it,
with
which is honestly
crossplay
how they've always
to race
operated.
against gits
Terminator's
on any
possible.
platform. So now's the time to get stuck in, lads.
Terminator's good, so let's have Necrons.
but the game
Aliens is
now
really
has a
popular, so let's
proper
have Gene
level
Stealer
editor
cults. And see how far they can go with it.
For the Met boys and gits
Yeah,
who
more
like a good
twisted metal than
custom
Mario Kart.
race.
Mario Kart's the one that people
There's
know.
plenty of custom maps already in the workshop for you to play. Just look at these beauties. The things that can
Official
happen
maps
playing
made by
custom
community.
maps
Big
with other
asterisks there.
geeks in multiplayer is some proper Orky madness. The Grots and Mech Boys have also been busy making dubbings for the wagons, with plenty
very
of
strange.
snazzy bits to make a custom vehicle.
Oh, you got
And
your
let's
bike.
not forget the pit bosses. They also need snazzy gear to use. Looters and burner boys.
They need
looking
looted wagons back.
sharper than me
I'm hoping to see
chopper
looted
daisy.
wagons in the Orc Codex.
In Speed Freaks,
That'd be
you
nice.
could race all kinds of speedy and shooty wagons, like the Boomducker Snaz wagon,
Rogue
truck full
Trader
of
took from
boys,
June?
and the Zoom
I don't remember Rogue
Death
Trader long.
Copter.
I have
Some
the
of
Rogue
these
Trader,
wagons is
like,
proper fast
core
and
rules.
cunning too.
I remember
Just
Lehman
look
Russ
at the
being a
Megatrack
special
scrapjack
general,
taken to the
then he
air,
became a tank.
or a custom booster blaster blasting gits
That was
from
before they
above.
had any Primarch
And
stuff.
many wagons
And it was a lot
use
of,
their dash, which makes them
taking
speedy
punks from the
in
streets,
any
which was a
direction.
big thing in the 80s.
And then
the
bigger
punks are
wagons can get
hypo-indoctrinated
dropped
to then fight
repair
against their own people, and that's
some
what a
can
Space
even
Marine is.
smash real heavy. The speediest, shootiest and smashiest gits will win in Death Rally. Two mobs of the greenest orcs
This is
race
quite
to
a long
capture
trailer.
points and battle it out. The mob that finishes with
Is
the
this a
biggest
paid
score
expansion, or is it
wins
just
all
free?
the
Are they wanting to
glory.
get more people play it?
And there's the real fight.
Or is this something special?
With big stompers getting into battle, racing each other to the end of the map. This is Kill
A Stomper
Convoy.
being
Each mob has
fast
to protect
is a
their
new
Stomper while trying to
concept.
bomb the enemy's one at the same time.
But it being a
Kids can get
target and
both
something you want to
cunning
blow
and
up,
brutal
that's a
in
bit
this
different.
mode. So watch yourself. And there
Oh yeah,
it is.
totally new game, but it's on
Speed
console
Freaks
instead of
is the
computer. But with
ultimate
crossplay,
game,
which
whatever
is
was,
expected really for any major studio these days.
is a proper war.
Okay. So you get it on PS5 and have someone shout at you through Xbox. Okay, it's console, not mobile game. Nope. They didn't last long. What have we got? Who's killing you? This isn't looking very 40k at the moment. Is it about to look 40k? Deathcore Krieg looking fellows? Oh, this'll be like a one-off costume pack for the game Rust. Right, I get it, I get it. Something like that. I'm not familiar with all of these battle royale games. You got your trench shotgun. Chainswords. Not the most fluid kill animation, but okay. That's good. There we are, Rust. So you can get a 40k pack, and then you can look like a Deathcore Krieg person, have a chainsaw, have a shotgun. Oh, the storage barrels with the Quiller on them. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a stealthy chainsaw. He stabbed him from the back, so the chainsaw need to be quiet. No shovels. Not killing anyone with a shovel. Is this a re-release of Fire Warrior and Dawn of War? Or is like discounted? Will be discounted on GOG. I see. Okay, good discount. Oh, it was only muted inside his body. It's gonna be a little bit loud. Don't buy Fire Warrior, it will install a virus called Fire Warrior on your PC. Fire Warrior was very fun back in, what, 2001, 2003? I liked the bolter. I picked up a bolter the first time and I kept that bolter for the rest of the game. Sometimes switching the second gun to like a rail rifle or whatever. Yeah, fun game on PlayStation 2.
Hello, my name's Andy Hall. I'm the writer on The Art of Warhammer video games. I think it's for art lovers, Warhammer enthusiasts. People
This is a
that kind
book.
of want to know how is a video
I'm
game
not seeing much in the way of new
This is whole
computer games
industry
in this
game
computer game
studios that are
showing off.
producing, masses of concept art, and that doesn't always
Apart
get
from an
published.
upcoming,
There
but not
are
yet
a
released,
lot
Dark
of art
Heresy.
that never kind of gets to see the light of day. I think this book allows a lot of these games.
Give me
and bear in
something to
mind,
be
some of the
excited
games
about,
we
something
cover
where I'm going to be
might
like,
be
oh
30
yeah, I'll
years
get
old.
that.
So we get to open the door
It's
and
an art book.
find
Some people
of the
like art
which
books
may have been
and
sat in a
concept
dusty
books.
drawer for decades.
It's usually something that you get a PDF of and you'll flick through it once and be like, that was nice. There we go.
The great sleep has ended.
Is this going to be Dawn of
New
War?
life has
Or not?
arisen,
Because there's nothing big
and
so
it has
far.
infested our world. Thus, Faustinus, we have called you to our world for your experience with the Xenos, known
Yeah, it looks
as
like
the
Total War.
Necrons.
No, not Total War. Could be Total War. Could be Total
With
War.
the Omnissiah's grace, I can predict their tactics.
Oh, Mechanicus 2.
Responding to the protocols of awakening, they gather ready to march.
I see.
I am accompanied by a retinue.
Target acquired. Execution doctrines in effect.
All specialists, negate, disassemble, destroy.
Oh, that's a raid.
All
That's
worthy
definitely a
of
raid.
my trust.
Get some more Skitari people.
Such base and benighted creatures.
Purge the faithless!
They see in us the face of death. Let us become death and scour them from this place.
Is this more of a versus game rather than truly like Mechanicus?
You find yourself in a complex situation, kin of the Votan.
I will not permit any foe to
Oh, the Votan are also
scurry
here.
Kivril's
Okay.
shadows.
The king have their own objectives, Megastorms.
It is a mercy they do not understand the hopelessness of their fight. It is the only mercy they shall receive.
By the ancients of Mars, by the machine god and the motive force,
It's very
no
XCOM, yes.
logic shall permit the survival of the foe.
XCOM was very fun, partly because of the theme,
Try to destroy me.
but also the mechanics were definitely good. I preferred XCOM 1 to XCOM 2,
Chapter, and yours
and I got the expansion
comes to
to XCOM 1. It was also very enjoyable. Like a whole new game's worth of stuff. It feels like a different game. Okay, so Mechanicus 2, but now with Votan. And Necrons you can play as, maybe. Right, 2 different single-player campaigns. Okay. There might be a versus mode, you don't know.
this face from the nightmares of the great sleep.
Is the new soundtrack going to be as good as the original, though? Because that was exceptional. Sleepy, sleepy Necrons get bothered by the Mechanicus. And then the Votan come to claim mining rights on their soul. They don't have souls. On their bodies. All of the metal of the Necrons will be melted down into a pool and
Up
made
next, we have
something out
something
of.
from a studio that has been a regular fixture on the show for you this year. Super excited about being involved in one of their games, and you'll be able to play it soon, I think.
I wish they could keep a consistent volume between the different sections.
Peggy 7.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a hardcore game if it's PG-7. I don't know, that's pretty messed up for PG-7. Right, but this is your Warhammer Survivors, but now with Arbites and the dog. Somehow taking on hordes of Nurgle. You could just play Vampire Survivors, I think it'll be better than having that with a Warhammer skin. So there's the Age of Sigmar stuff. There's the 40k stuff. So what the cat's been going on. Yeah. Introduce your 8-year-old child to some demons. But we played Vampire Survivors. We need Vampire Survivors reskinned. I know. Okay.
Peggy 18.
There's a demo. Good. Oh, now we're getting sisters. Is that a grab pistol? There's our firstborn guy, Malakrido. Kaido. They have barrels and they're throwing them. Oh yeah, it just plays the battle system, which is the only thing to do. Sorry, Malum, you're no longer in this game. There's a battle system, isn't it?
The Emperor demands their death.
Death is the reward for heresy!
Fun.
Be cleansed by holy
Missile launcher,
flame.
got the heavy flamers. I mean, we have a lot of the original, proper Space Marine looking things. I know it's definitely appealing to the kind of person who will have played Doom and also played 40k in like 3rd edition. Maybe 4th edition, maybe 5th edition. I'm trying to think when they brought out the first metal stern guard. Can't remember. Got power sword, got a bolt pistol sliding across the ground. That's a melter bomb. You started playing Dawn of War before you could read. That's a fun introduction to words. Of movement tech, there may be a jump pack option. Oh, good. There's another trailer for the thing we just watched. All right, it's a mobile version of it. They did have a free thing which was like a typing game, and I've done typing games before. They can be quite fun. You know, Games Workshop one was very buggy. Sometimes it just did not work. And if you were trying to stream it or you had any kind of overlay, no, it wouldn't let you type.
Playable character, Naira Verath. I had the absolute honor of voicing this incredibly cool battle sister of the Adeptus Sororitas, who joins the battle alongside returning character, the epic Malum Kaido. I have done a fair bit of voice acting over the last 7 or so years, but getting to play Naira is especially surreal for me. I've been reading Warhammer books since I was about 13, and I just never imagined that I would get to have any part in this universe. So
Anyone can be a battle sister if you voice act correctly.
you can actually go meet her right now, since the Boltgun 2 demo is officially available to play on Steam. Go check it out. But after you finish watching Skulls, obviously, since we're basically just getting started.
Okay, good, good. I mean, type 1 in chat if you think you're going to get that and play some Boltgun battle sister.
Kneel to me or die for the War Master!
Show no mercy. The Emperor demands your death.
Battle Sector, is this the mobile game?
Victory for the Blood Knights! Victory for Scott!
Oh, is that a land speeder? These are some old Space Marine kits. I think they had the regular Dreadnought there, the proper boxy Dreadnought. That's a Predator tank. Good. Free battle sector. Ooh, I think I don't know. Okay, people are saying it's fun. People are saying it's fun. Fine, fine. If it's one of the mobile games, I think I'll pass. Got your new t-shirts. You don't need new t-shirts. I'm sure there'll be better t-shirts available soon. Is this going to be another discount? Final Liberation played that. Chaos Gate played that on stream. Are we just going through them all? Ooh.
Their legends.
I mean, I don't think something that came out in 2024 can be called a classic.
And ages.
That's fun. Battlefleet Gothic's really good.
Today, we celebrate them.
Hey, stuff from the old world which they destroyed. Not a mobile game. Okay, it's not a mobile game. There's some Tau. Every Tau guy you come across will die. That's just how it is. Okay, people like Battle Sector. Good, good.
Timeless video games.
Got a demo,
return.
so I might have a look at it. The Battle Sector one.
Warhammer Classics. Available now on Steam.
Play Chaos Gate. It's really fun. Let's see what else we've got. Dawn of War. Very good. Yeah, it's not a new thing that the classics have been there. Just that they don't have that much of a discount considering what they are and how old they are. A lot of people will get into Warhammer stuff from the war games. A lot more people will probably get in through the video games like Helldivers. Someone wanted Helldivers in 40k.
Today I am very excited to announce a collaboration between Helldivers 2 and Warhammer 40,000 for an upcoming legendary warbond. For those of you who haven't enlisted yet, Helldivers 2 is a high-octane 4-player co-op
Helldivers
shooter
models?
where you fight as a Helldiver for democracy and the glory of Super Earth. Your mission? To liberate the galaxy from evil, oppressive aliens threatening our way of life.
Are we going to play a Space
we believe these two worlds fit perfectly together. And as a studio full of die-hard Warhammer fans, we are beyond thrilled to see this legendary warbond come to life. We look forward to revealing more later this year. And until then,
okay, something is going to happen between Helldivers and 40k. But we don't know what it is, and we're not going to tell you now. But at some point, something. And it might just be a skin. Well.
How cool is that? Warhammer 40,000 pairing with Helldivers.
I don't know how cool that is because they didn't show us anything. They just said
Next
there
up, we
will
have
be a
news from
collaboration at some
and an update
point.
from the team at Creative Assembly, who are also celebrating their very own 10th anniversary.
Yeah, they made a
this
teaser
year
for a trailer that isn't out yet, and the trailer isn't out yet for the thing that hasn't happened.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And on the distant world of Cronus, it reignites once more. A world scarred by ages past, harboring relics of
this
power
Dawn of War.
long forgotten.
This looks like Dawn of War.
4 armies.
Dawn of War 4, 4 armies.
The Space Marines, the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Orcs, the Necrons.
I'm expecting there to be new bikes at some point for the Space Marines. Because currently they just have the monopose ones. I think we've seen more of this. They've already done trailers. It's like, hey, yeah, the AdMech can bring down a knight.
War does not end with a single campaign. Over time, the conflict deepens, beginning this fall with Crusade mode, a living campaign of conquest where every decision matters.
Hey, the game isn't quite finished yet, but in a year's time, it might be more finished. So, except I think they were saying it's either going to come at the end of June or September.
And armies. On Cronus, the war never ends. Then Crusade and Last Stand grow deadlier with the addition of Lord Armnock
there we are,
and
release in
Guzcutter.
September. 17th of September's release date.
Play and share your own battles with the mission editor. Return to Aurelia,
I do like a mission
of the
creator.
Blood Ravens, where ancient relics ignite deadly
A story
new conflicts.
prologue.
And finally, the war is reborn. A new campaign, a new force
I'm not
rises.
seeing any new factions mentioned.
One planet, endless war. Cronus remembers only victory.
Right. Yep, there's your 4 factions for Dawn of War 4. No Sisters, no Eldar. Coming even a year after it's released. So don't expect there to be additional stuff. There's your release date, 17th of September. Oh, a new faction was mentioned in the timeline. I would guess Eldar. I don't think they'd do another Imperium faction. Or it could be Chaos. They just throw in some Chaos, because why not? Are these Lego Space Marines, or is it another Funko Pop thing? That's a Librarian. Skitari Marshal. Is that a Psychomancer? That'll be a big... a war boss in Mega Armor. Okay. Little dudes. I don't think that's Lego. I don't think that's even the spin-off of Lego. Yeah, I'm not seeing many video games. It's now buy some models. Here's a trailer that you've already seen, and here's a chair. They should have had Fallen underneath. If you're going to do 2 different versions, have Fallen underneath the chair. Come on. Base standard Fallen, and then you put the cloak over the top. Dark Elder, it was right there. Right there is an option. Oh, Necrons are really getting a big showing in a lot of video games. Various kinds of Dark Angels. Same Necron. This looks more mobile game. Okay, this is the expansion for the mobile game. Tacticus, yes. I'm told that Tacticus is really easy to hack, so there's a lot of cheating goes on. I've never tried Tacticus. I'm never really into mobile games. What? They're combining Tacticus with Dawn of War? They're going to do Warhammer in the Warhammer? Captain Cyrus, who I think we saw die in a Dawn of War trailer? Necrons are pretty distinct looking, if you discount, you know, Terminator. But the Terminator franchise hasn't been doing well for a while. I don't think that's how you stab someone. Is this about Battle Sisters? Is it just saying new animation?
This is my only chance to atone. Then be sure you don't waste it.
Did people like Penitence? I've yet to watch it, and then maybe do a video on it.
Welcome to this new series of Trazen Tesseract Trials.
Okay, this is about Warhammer Plus. This is just telling people who only care about the video games that, hey, there's a Warhammer Plus thing which has lore, and it has animations, and it has battle reports, and maybe you should buy some models.
One of my personal favourites we've done. It's got detail everywhere. It's just awesome.
I mean, they get most of their money, like their profit, from selling models, not from video games.
One of your 3
so
brushes.
they're really hoping to convert people to buying the models.
Any brush you can use for the next
Are
hour.
there battle reports worth watching? Well, we'll do a look at that on Monday when they're going to do the first battle reports. Often they'll get some rules wrong, and it's annoying that they don't check it. Things like missing that repent you have an invulnerable save, or a feel no pain.
Shiva the White Tiger.
White Tiger, I don't think we see that anywhere in Warhammer.
The Tiger Court stands within Grand Cathay.
Oh, okay.
Sworn ally to the Iron Dragon of the Western Provinces.
So this
in
is
exchange,
continuing Total
Cathay's
War?
enemies become our prey.
Is there Cathay in any current Total War?
Mortal and ruinous. With claw and honor, we earn the dragon's favor,
I was mainly a
Shangyang's
Total War
armies
1.
into greatness. We defend Grand Cathay.
Yeah, it's probably a new playable lord,
By
and you get new
Kamal's
units.
grace,
That's
this
usually how these
oath
packs have been in the
I
past.
swear. At the dragon's roar,
This was good.
the Tiger Warriors pounce.
Dragons and tigers all fighting together. Yep, character pack. Bashiva. The old world Cathay looks good. Again, it's the price that really turned me off getting any of the models. Don't need cat people anymore in 40k.
Orcs swarm across our world. The hives, the
Crouching
regions,
tiger.
the
Oh no, they're hidden.
continents are
They're hidden because they also can look
the
like
planet,
people.
the entire subsector bleeds. The theater of endless war. there will be no retreat.
Another
This
planet?
world belongs to humanity. We will drive the invaders back.
This sounds like
and
Armageddon.
This old man will make Gazgul pay for every bloody step taken upon Armageddon. The Emperor demands it. I demand it.
Warhammer Total War set entirely in Armageddon by the look of it. We're going to see any gameplay? Can we see some gameplay? A map? No? Just that a thing we knew was coming soon is still coming soon. Soon asterisk. Yeah, we don't know anything about that. I was expecting to find out something other than it's set on Armageddon. Is this Mechanicus 1? This is the Mechanicus 2 soundtrack. It might not be the same, it might not be as good. It should be as good if they've got the same person doing it. They might not.
Now, as always, we have
been a while.
saved some of the best for last. Space Marine 2 gets a big update. Something is stirring in Darktide, and an old
I mean, I hope a basic Space Marine 2 update isn't the best that's coming last.
We have lost contact with the Mechanicus facility in the Kadaku swamps. Watch the Xenos and reclaim the facility.
Free update I like.
Seek out the remaining eyes.
One new operation.
The barrier defies us still.
Looks like the same kind of thing.
Let us
Break the
visit
barrier.
death upon our enemy.
Release the Bolt carbine. Alright. Power axe. A curvy chainsaw for your
Brothers,
white scars.
We put an end to this together.
New enemies or not? Practice arena? That's a good thing to have. An update
We
to
are
siege
war machines
mode.
of the Emperor.
Oh, what do we do in siege mode? I don't remember.
And unyielding.
Yeah, power axes exist for more than just these guys, the tech priests.
What is it to be a Space Marine? What is it to be death?
Is there also going to be a voice pack?
Keep fighting, brothers!
Iron Hands and Iron Hand successors. He's going to have 2 Iron Hands for his Iron Hands. Available now. I'll have a look later.
Our mission calls us to Avarax. A world besieged by an alien threat. The enemy presence is expected to be overwhelming. Engage with extreme prejudice. Lay waste to your foes.
The Iron Hands and the Iron Warriors, the same chapter. No.
Glory to our chapter.
Totally different, of course. Totally different. So that's an adventure. I think you're going to do that near Warhammer World is the idea. But I don't know. It might be a UK only thing. Is there any more? Oh, right. Is this still the best for last? Okay. This is what they kind of teased as coming. Darktide update. Is that open, friend? No, open enemy? Open enemy. Skitari? Yeah. Must be Skitari. It seems like there'll be one new faction for Dawn of War 4, but we don't know what.
The Omnissiah commends your service.
Skitari Day! comes. So there's going to be Skitarii, June the 23rd. And then there'll be like the rifle, or there'll be the carbine, and there'll be the sword, and there'll be the maul. Okay. Hey, if people really love Skitarii, you're getting a Skitarii in Darktide. As they fix the servers, who's to say?
If I would have
miniature
to describe,
painting in a Warhammer stream.
Class in one word, I would probably say cryptic.
The class that I've been wanting to make for years.
Fantasy pleasing.
The hype is real.
Hi, my name is Victor Magnusson. I'm the design director for Darktide.
If you like AdMech on Necrons, you've definitely got some representation.
Was actually, it was one of the first classes we ever.
Not necessarily on the tabletop. AdMech.
Not as ideas when we started talking
amazing.
About
they're not that great.
Mechanicus, something Mechanicus related.
Don't know when they're going to get their codex in 11th edition, because they got it pretty early in 10th edition, didn't they?
Mechanicus themed, we always wanted.
My name is Gunnar Kolnitz. I am the.
If you like both, that's even better.
Class designer on the Skitarii. I am responsible for the.
So you've got Skitarii designers being talked to,
as well as overarching vision. The Skitarii plays multiple roles, or can play a variety of roles in the gameplay experience.
They're very expensive to play. That's part of the bad thing. Unless you go really heavy into the robots, and maybe you want to use some other robots, like from War Machine.
Because of the sort of the lore, they are being built
robot
towards
arms,
a certain
knife,
purpose.
thumb.
We want the players to be able to build their characters towards certain purposes as well, and these purposes could fit any role, basically.
My name is Matte Rusk. And
this probably should have been saved for like in a game as like a bonus feature, a little extra to look at.
40K has always been
rather than the best till last of a video game series.
I don't
so Space Marine 2 is a little update, but it's free.
Big change.
Darktide Mechanicus,
going from class to class,
character, cool. Total War 3. An extra character,
but I don't think the
battle sector. I kind of
this time around
stopped looking, but okay, good battle sector. Boltgun 2 is coming. We know that, which has the battle sister that we know we already had. I'm not seeing anything new. Rogue Trader. Yeah, a little bit expansion.
I'm Juan Martinez.
Dark Heresy is still coming. Warhammer Survivors is still coming, and Dawn of War 4 is still coming.
That they get to experience the Adeptus Mechanicus, and specifically the Skitarii.
We just got to see a bit more of the timeline of what they're going to do with Dawn of War 4, which is one
really
extra faction.
Down into their grimy world.
Well, it's not 30k Mechanicus though, is it? It's 40k Mechanicus, which is different. And then you can play a Skitarii and have Skitarii voice lines. Is that then everything they're showing off? That, hey, there'll be a Darktide character that people have wanted.
Vinnick escapes cage.
Is this another
slays?
Ooh, Skaven?
Vinnick ascends. Vinnick escapes cage. Vinnick kills slays. 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 Vinnick ascends. Vinnick will be Death Master.
Okay. Cool. Assassin's Creed, the game. Age of Sigmar Deathmaster. Okay. Is this for 7-year-olds as well? Playgrounds are gonna get interesting. Alright, I don't know which game that's meant to be ripping off. Skaven poetry's up there with Vogan poetry.
Xenos descend upon our worlds with claw and teeth. The alien threatens our worlds, our lives,
Ooh, Deathwatch.
our Imperium.
Deathwatch, you're here, okay.
Against this unending tide,
Stealer cult, definitely present.
we make
Tyranids
our
present.
stand.
Is this
And
a
with
game
hatred, we make our vow.
Deathwatch, never heard of them.
The alien to live.
There's a Dreadnought in the background there. Chaos Gate Deathwatch, because they did Chaos Gate with Grey Knights. Brand new sequel. Corvus Blackstar. So this is XCOM, but with Deathwatch. That seems like it's worth getting. That looks fun.
There is only death. They scatter before the fury of the Deathwatch.
Kill some Tau, kill some Orcs, kill some Jew-Stealers, kill some Tyranids. There's your Dreadnought. Friendly Psyker. Sentinel. Sentinel in there. More Psykers.
What a showcase and what a finish. I am so stoked to be
Okay.
part of this year's Skulls. Not only celebrating
Gee,
10
I
years,
wonder
but
if we
also
can play the
considering
Deathwatch on the
incredible lineup
tabletop.
of new reveals. I've got so many games to wishlist and a Boltgun 2 demo to play. Plus, don't forget about the week-long
See, that's certainly
sales.
something
It is
new.
a
They've
good
shown off
time to
something
be a
new that's
Warhammer
coming.
video game fan. Of course, you can learn more about any of the games featured in today's showcase and where you can play them by visiting Warhammer.
Yeah, the Dreadnought might be a super special character, or you have to unlock it after going
head
for
on
so
over to your
long.
gaming platform of choice to take advantage of the awesome promotions.
I don't think they call it Chaos Gate 3. And why is it called Chaos Gate if it's Deathwatch? They just have to have chaos. It's probably because they have to have chaos to
They
call it
will
Chaos
write
Gate.
battle psalms about this day.
I don't think they will. I think this will be one of the features that's been shown off. It's just gone now. Okay. I think that's all they have to show off. I'll keep an ear out on the stream to hear if there's anything extra, but I think that's it. Yeah, the first Chaos Gate is the one you can get second hand. In 1998 it came out. So it's a bit more than 20 years. And that was with Ultramarines against Word Bearers. That was fun. It's a good game. Then the Demon Hunters one really didn't go anywhere. Just couldn't get off the ground. And yeah, you're killing a bunch of different kinds of demons, but it didn't quite have the XCOM-y-ness of it. I'm pretty sure Chaos Gate was 1998 because Final Liberation was 1997 and the two were sold together. I think they didn't sell enough copies of Final Liberation and so they wanted to get that more out with Chaos Gate. So it was like, hey, have a double thing. Like, here's our cool things. Back when studios would put out a game every year and that was a lot. So a Deathwatch version of that, I can get behind. If they can make Deathwatch good on the tabletop, that will definitely help the channel. Make your own super special kill team. I wonder if it'll all be like the Decimus kill team, the Aquila kill team, all very Primacy. Which the new set basically is. It's like, yeah, you can have one shield guy, or you can have one hammer guy. That's it in your squad. Unless you have a squad of 10, then you can have 2. Because you're not forced to take 2 of the lot. I really like the shield. It's a good shield and sword, because it's a damage 2 sword. Not enough people take the sword. They're like, well, I want the hammer. And like, no, don't take big hammer. Big hammer is for big hammer lady. Tiny hammer is for Deathwatch. Chaos Gate, Deathwatch, and Dark Heresy are the only ones you're interested in? Not even Battle Sister Boltgun? I'm tempted by Battle Sister Boltgun. On my list, I put... Might have a look at the 40k Survivors free demo. Sure. I'll have a look at Battle Sector again, because it seems to have a free version. Space Marine 2 update. Fine, it's free. That'll happen in the background at some point. More games on sale on GOG. I can turn my music back on. The music I use, Raylis's music. So you can get some of the old ones. You can play Chaos Gate 1 on GOG for a discount. And I don't know how much they'll sell it at, because I think I got it for like £4, which even 20 years ago would be the equivalent of like £10 if like inflation has been crazy, and I don't think it's been that crazy. Dawn of War 4, I can just play Dawn of War 1 and be happy with Battle Sisters. Boltgun. Yeah, let's just have the Boltgun stuff. That's good. There is a Battle Sister. It might be something you just watch other people play. If other people are better at that particular kind of game, then yes. Definitely, certainly yes. XCOM Inquisitor, aren't you just describing Dark Heresy that's coming out, which I'm looking forward to. In Dark Heresy, though, I doubt there'd be a Space Marine, because they did have a Space Marine roleplay game, but that was separate. And it was only like, you'll maybe have 1 or 2 Space Marines in your team. You don't want everyone to be a Space Marine. It makes social interaction very difficult. There were like Space Marine scouts, but you'd still have like tech priests and stuff. There was a Deathwatch version, but that was very do a mission, go kill things. There's not a lot of investigation. Whereas the D&D Dark Heresy roleplay was a lot of investigation stuff. Have a Space Marine Rogue Trader? Good, good. Ah, yes, that's right. There was a Space Wolf called Ulfar. Because they also had in Space Marine 2 a Space Wolf called Ulfar. And people were saying, is that the same Space Wolf? Does the timeline match or not? And I think there'll be a lot of Ulfars, is the answer. A bunch of Ulfars. Rather than Ulfar left Rogue Trader, then went back to the Space Wolves, then left the Space Wolves and joined Deathwatch, and then was killed next to Captain Titus. Can't romance Sister Argenta. She'll just help you out with your muscles. That's what happens, isn't it, when you go to her in like the bath and she's like, hey, I'll help you train your muscles. Heresy indeed. Well, it was mildly interesting to see what games are coming, but they're still not out yet, and there's nothing like, ooh, we can really get into. Dawn of War 4 is still coming. Dark Heresy is still coming. We now know that there's Deathwatch Chaos Gate, which is an odd choice. But sure, did you want to do Battle Sisters? Have Battle Sisters? Because they fight Chaos. That's one of their big things. Could have done that. We don't know if they've left Deathwatch in the lurch. They've just been very unclear as to how Deathwatch continue into 11th edition. Whether they're retrying the push them into the Agents Codex, or if they let us continue with our Deathwatch Black Spear Task Force detachment and all the Space Marine detachments. Boltgun 2 demo? I think we've seen that one before. I'm pretty sure I've seen that exact demo already. If we look up Boltgun 2 trailers, it might already be there somewhere on YouTube, and not from today, from several months ago. When will the sisters get a mention in the Armageddon or 500 Worlds materials? I mean, they are mentioned apparently in the lore of Armageddon. I have not got the Armageddon book, the Return of Yarick book, so I don't know. There is a novel coming out with 11th edition which shows the battle for Armageddon from 3 different sides. So you've got a very old Armageddon Steel Legion like officer who is like retiring because he's incredibly old and they're not going to keep him going. Except it looks like he won't be able to retire, or he'll die 2 days before retirement. Then it's got a battle sister from Our Martyr Lady who has been fighting for a very long time. And then it has an intercessor who's either in the intercessor laws, just woken up, or just stopped being a scout, whichever one. Too bad 3 Corvus Black Stars are no longer a thing. Well, you can still take them, just not in agents allying to other things. And the Imperial, the Corvus Black Star detachment, that isn't there. You can't take the Corvus Black Star in the armored spear tip detachment. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon-y, Skaven Assassin-y. It could be like that. It could be like a time loop thing, all sort of like a time loop, where because that did seem to be what they were saying in like the poetry of it. I get out, I kill things, and put back in the cage. I get out, I kill things, and put back in the cage. So you could keep looping. Yeah. I also wouldn't mind Deathwatch in Imperial Agents too much if they had an army rule. They have an okay detachment. Then the problem is a lot of the main kill teams are in Legends, and with worse rules than they have in Space Marines. The second problem is you don't get access to the Space Marine arsenal. No Land Raiders, no Dreadnoughts, no Apothecaries, no Librarians. So it doesn't work. Do you think Sisters will get an aircraft? Games Workshop seems to have gone off aircraft. In terms of rules, in terms of sales, in terms of models. When was the last time they did anything aircraft related? That was probably 9th edition? No, it was way earlier than that. 7th edition was probably the aircraft edition. Then they started getting problems with how it works in 8th edition, and it was no longer like a little mini game in itself. The AdMech Flyer, that's right, they did the AdMech Flyer, the gyrocopter thing. That was right at the start of 9th edition, I think? Yeah. Sisters had an aircraft in that video game. Did they indeed? Might just be the Arvis Lighter again, or whichever one they had in Dawn of War 1. But that was a generic Imperial one. Interesting. Okay. Well, we've seen the preview. We've seen that there's some stuff upcoming, not a lot of stuff upcoming. I think I'm going to go get food. Then I'll catch up on what Games Workshop's put out about the Dark Eldar, was it? Yes, probably. The Dark Eldars. And then we'll do another live stream on Monday to see at least the first game that they show off of 11th edition. I don't think I'll stay for all 3 games. That's 9 hours plus of watching Warhammer games. I think I can do 1 game, which I would only do if I've got you here to watch it with me and be interesting to talk to, which you are. I know I'm mainly talking to myself, but I read your comments and there's a voice in my head that says your comments. So we'll see how the first game of 11th edition looks. Otherwise, I think we'll skip the other 2 games and someone else can sit through them and take notes on the new rules. I'm happier to just wait and see what the actual rulebook has. So there we go. At the very least, I'll see you on Monday for another live stream. Fun stuff. What accent do you have? It's like a computerized void that's like mainly scratching and screaming. Okay, good. That is the end of the stream. I will see you Monday. Have a great week end and start of next day, and a great day digitally of 40k.